Колеги, ми
Dear colleague, we continue our working day, and the topic of the current briefing is the process of manning and the work among Rapid Response Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine, and I invite Victor Holumbivskiy, head of HR service. Good afternoon. I'm Colonel Colonel Victor Holumbivskiy. I'm head of HR department of the Rapid Response Brigade of the National Guard of Ukraine. In mid-2015, the leadership of the country made a decision about formation in the within the National Guard, the Rapid Response Brigade, and it will be equipped and based on the modern approaches existing in NATO countries, and it will allow set new combat objectives and new operational objectives, and base HR training and preparation on the new principles. The major objective with the Rapid Response Brigade is to train the staff, to train the personnel, how rapidly shift from the low-intensive conflict to the high-intensive conflict. And also the objective is to counteract the aggressive politics and policy of the neighboring country, and to be able to carry out combat operations on the territory of Ukraine. As for any military detachment, the manning of the personnel is of primarily importance. In line with the law of Ukraine on the military duty and military service, young men having reached 18 years of age have the right to be enrolled to the army service and to volunteer to the army service. So we invite volunteers to join Rapid Response Brigade. First of all, they should be patriots of Ukraine and ready to carry out tasks with the risk to their life, have a strong feeling of honor, and ready to be dignified Ukrainian soldiers. Also, we invite those volunteers who already have experience of military service in the ATO area, and also civilians who do not have any special military background. Also, we invite those citizens who are very eager to stand for Ukrainian independence, who had no convictions, court convictions, and also who are elder than 18 years of age. At the same time, we invite mostly those people who are whose age fall within the framework of 18 years up to 45 years, because the physical fitness form should be rather high. That's why we check very carefully psychological stamina and physical readiness, physical fitness of the candidates. Formation of the combat detachments, combat unions require not just operational staff, combat staff, but people with experience in some specialities, like experts in communications, in operating tanks, for example, with experience in logistics and so on. As for selection procedure to our rapid response brigade, for the first time we applied new approach to the selection and manning. All the volunteers, all the candidates, first of all, they should apply to our brigade directly to us, and should submit the ID documents, tax identification, their military certificate, etc. This is standard list of documents, and based on that documents, we carry out diagnostical testing and check the readiness of the applicant to military career. Then we have an interview, and those candidates who have successfully passed the interview, all of them, independently of their military experience or military background, we invite all the candidates to undergo testing. The testing is held at the training field of the National Guard, and this testing comprises 4 different stages. The candidates are divided into several categories. The first category is for the those who will participate in combat activities, and the second group, these are those who will deal more with the logistics of the combat operations. So first of all, we held so-called Cooper test, when we check the ability of the candidates to pass successfully ethical and moral psychological testing. At this stage, we dismiss some 30% of the candidates, and those who remain, they are accepted for the training in the training field. When the candidates arrive to the training center, during 3-5 days, the instructors work with them and check moral and psychological situation of each candidate. This second stage requires more attention and more explanation. from the very beginning, when we started to form our brigade, all the candidates were put in similar conditions, in general conditions, but later we understood that not all people are able to pass successfully this unified testing, and those who are physically better fit, they sometimes are not ready to pass the moral testing or ethical testing or psychological testing. And after this second stage, we invite people to join maybe some other detachments, maybe some other military units, if not our. And by the way, this stage also requires good physical fitness form and compliance with the higher psychological requirements which instructors set to the candidates. So after second stage of selection in the training center, our brigade produces some short lists of the candidates, and those candidates who are included in the list, they receive direction to the medical commission, and the medical commission checks the health condition of each candidate, and it evaluates health capacity of the candidate to serve. And during our selection procedure, we came to conclusion that future servicemen should be split into categories because I will demonstrate on the example. Some young guys coming to us and applying for the service, they wish to become a member of the combat staff, but based on the testing, we may offer to him some different position, not position in the combat or operational units. At this stage, our responsibility is to offer something better to these young people, what fits their requirements. And I would like to use today's opportunity to invite and encourage of those who are willing to join our rapid response brigade to come to us and to apply to the brigade. We are a brigade formed in line with the Western European standards in all the aspects of our life, beginning with the new approach in management of the units, and also up to the combat training, operational training of our staff. Currently, during the 4 months already, our 1st battalion has been undergoing special training. We expect that our very state-of-the-art brigade will encourage many volunteers, many applicants to join us. And here I would like also to mention the social guarantees, social provision guaranteed by the state to the officers, to the servicemen. An important element of military service are those social guarantees which are provided to the servicemen. A wage in our brigade starts from 10,000 hryvnia. This is the wage, standard wage for a private. All the higher ranks, of course, get higher wages. Also, there is a separate monetary provision for the vacation, for family members, for medical services, also in case of injury or wounding, or special monetary provision for the family in case if the serviceman is killed. So this was about conditions of service in our brigade.
Dmitry Moroz, Fifth Channel. Tell us, please, several words. What is this brigade? I know there are infantry units, but there should be also some tank units. Can you tell us about this in more detail and about the professions? Because many people don't know where to go. For example, they want to go to some elite forces. And what are the directions for the development of your brigade? Thank you for the question. Of course, the brigade, the structure of this brigade is versatile, and there are different tasks, and according to these tasks, the system is formed. There are many divisions of the brigade. There are some battle units, for example, infantry. Then there are some mechanized units of the brigade. These are tanks. Tank units are formed. Tank battalion, automobile battalion, communication, logistics brigades, battalions. And there is demobilization now on the way, and many people return to peaceful life. And of course, we need specialists, and we invite everyone. Specialists, we ask them to come to our brigade, and you can just come and you can find information. And briefly, I would like to say that we have this need, and we need specialists that we cannot take from other brigades. So we lack specialists, but there are people who understand that they are able to change the system and to move forward in new direction and to serve under new standards, and this is very important for us. And we try to gather specialists in our brigade that meet new requirements. So brief information, where we located now. So our brigade, we are deployed in Gostomel village, Braskurivska 1, and the telephone numbers. So he gives the telephone numbers of the brigade. So if you are interested in this, to serve in our brigade, we invite you. And in the National Guard, a recruiting center was created where the citizens can address and to get full information about our unit. And then you can come to us and we can communicate with you. We can tell you about our unit, about formation of our brigade, our tasks. And then after the person undergo this stages of testing, he will sign the contract and then serve in our brigade. So this is important now in the situation we live in. Defense of our state is very important, and it depends on us how and when the peace will come. And we should believe that changes, they are possible, especially changes in the military life. Thank you, Mr. Colonel. Do you have other questions to ask? Of course, women can serve in our brigade, but we should take into account that those women, they should have proper specialization, and we recruit women who serve in logistics departments or units of communication units. So the age is from 18 to 40 years of age. So this is the end of the press briefing. Thank you for your attention till the next time.